fresh out of the freezer. Fresh cause I was freezed up, fresh out of the deeper freezer, cause I'm deeper than any voice on speakers. I can't hear y'all haters, you gotta speak up. I don't need to slow down, I need to speak up. Anonymous activity, Bobby B stuff. Jealousy's a ski mask, the motion, and ease up. Fresh out of the freezer. Fresh cause I was freezed up, fresh out of the deeper freezer, cause I'm deeper than any voice on speakers. I can't hear y'all haters, you gotta speak up. I don't need to slow down, I need to speak up. Anonymous activity, Bobby B stuff. Jealousy's a ski mask, the motion, and ease up. Fresh out of the freezer. Fresh cause I was freezed up.
Welcome to the Ultimate DJ Music Review and More Talk Show. I am your host, Massage Beat. I wish that we had to cut off a little bit of this interview. It's a pre-recorded interview from earlier. As y'all can see, y'all can't see it yet, but I got on the same clothes. But that's because the band Fish and Grits had an engagement. Y'all know it's Christmas time coming, so they are off and running. And I told them we'll do their interview later on outside of BEEZY, but BEEZY is in the house. I wish that y'all could have seen the beginning of that because he was in here jamming. Y'all should have seen him. He was jamming. But because I couldn't hear a sound, we wind up starting a little bit in. Hey Jay. we started the show a little bit in. So you'll hear me answer and asking the questions to him double because we were having some mic issues on his side, but I'm so glad to have him come through because he is the management of the Fish and Grits band, also the DJ and the drummer. So you guys check out the recording. We had a good old time. I don't know what's going on.
Can you hear me good now?
I can hear you, but it's like going in and out, in and out. There you go. I can hear you now.
Okay. I'll keep it right here then.
Yeah, there you go. I can hear you great now.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
But yeah, I was just saying, like, the record that we put out, that record had a great message behind it. It was a feel good record by the Isley Brothers. So like we redid that and put our own little spin on it. And that's the type of records that I want to make. When I was doing the film Zoe song, I had to write an original record for that.
Yeah.
And it was different writing from a place that I had not necessarily been in. The movie is about a pastor that kind of dealt with alcoholism after he lost his wife. And I wrote a song tailored to that. So like in that, it was like putting myself in a mind space of how do I capture what he's going through, but then, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Make it into a piece of art that people can actually like vibe to. So that was, sometimes we write from that side too. Like, it's a certain topic, but I have to make it relatable.
Now, Poe, because
Yeah.
I couldn't hear your first two questions, I may have to go over them again. R&B has a cornerstone of musical storytelling often addressing social issues and emotional depth. How do you balance creating music that resonates with current cultural movements while maintaining a timeless quality?
So piggybacking off of what I had off of,
Yeah, yeah, there you go.
pretty much like I was saying, being true to you, being true to what you're going through, being true to, um, your real life issues and stuff like that. We don't go through the same thing that people went through in
Yeah,
the 50s and 60s and 70s. So it's like, you know, what we're going through in our daily lives and stuff like that, we have to um, kind of put that into our art. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? And
yeah,
take a stance at it from that view, versus just the same old things, or basically trying to talk about topics that we necessarily haven't been through. So I just say stay true to
I'm,
you.
I'm gonna run that nonsense back. Y'all might gonna make a good song off Cardi B and Offset right now.
That's funny.
Ooh, they out there wilding out. As a premier R&B band, how do you approach evolving your sound and stay relevant in the ever-changing music industry without compromising the authenticity of artistry? I'm only running them back because I couldn't hear you the first time.
Oh yeah. So um, what I was saying there is we work, we rehearse, we put in the effort. We know the old songs, we know
Yeah,
the new songs, and being that I'm out and about, what I'm saying now, we kind of treat our show. It's like a live band, but it's as if a DJ were spinning because we're
yeah,
not going through one song, stopping, starting the next song, stopping, starting the third. Everything flows, and we create an experience. You know what I'm saying? And we gotta be well versed and well rehearsed and have that repertoire. You know what I'm saying?
absolutely.
We got over 250, maybe 300 songs just for this band that we know in all genres: country, rock, pop,
Yeah, yeah,
R&B, Motown, Afrobeat, reggae. That we cover, and that's because we gotta stay current. We gotta stay on top of stuff. If a new record comes out that I feel is gonna be a classic hit or something that can be played,
yeah.
years down the line, like we definitely gotta grab that. So that's how we kind of stay current.
Man, bro, I had told two DJs, one mic. I told them, shoot, I come from that DJ era where we don't do the pause tape.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Like we do blend song, beat blend, you
Mm-hmm.
beat blend all the way through without stopping. You get what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Not
Yeah.
without that stop and pause. So I understand what you're saying in that manner of playing it like as if you would have a DJ, but that's old school style.
Mm-hmm. But that's what works, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Look at why do we still listen to Frankie Beverly and Maze
yeah,
in
yeah,
the club?
yeah,
Like in the club, at the party, at the barbecue. Like why we not really bumping a lot of songs that's new
yeah,
all the time.
yeah,
We're still playing when you talk about live music shows, like we're still playing um the records from back in the day. There's some new stuff that we cover, but it's the new stuff that makes sense, and it's the new stuff that you can pull off musically and the live band element. A lot of
yeah,
music is, man, like a lot of the music that comes out today is just not the same vibe. Not to say that it's not good, but it's not the same vibe. It won't be played in 20 years. You know what I'm saying? I can
Yeah.
see people
Yeah.
still playing Before I Let Go in, 2046. You know
Absolutely.
what I'm saying? I don't,
Absolutely.
so that's just what that is.
Yeah, I think I was talking to Fly Tie from MU, um DR Periods partner up there in New York. I was telling him the same thing. We have those things that we call classic.
Yeah. Yeah.
And even with the hip hop, certain hip hop is just classic. Like you're gonna
Mhm.
always be able to rock to Rakim, know, Eric B for president. That's gonna always be something that everybody get up and party to. You get what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
And there's so many things that the new school is missing, but luckily enough, they have people like you, I, and a couple other people out there that keeps that part of it alive. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so it's good that they actually have you, who's also a DJ, to
Hmm.
let them know this don't sound right. Because like I told Ty and Rude, don't ain't nothing like your DJ. Your DJ make your whole set.
Yeah.
You get what I'm
Definitely.
saying? Your DJ
Definitely.
is the best person to have in the studio with you, because they gonna know where to drop it, where to pull it back, where to land
Yep.
that, bring that back in. You get what I'm saying? So
Yep.
it's good even with a band to be able to have that type of person with them. So Fish and Grits are absolutely they're absolutely graced to have you in the studio with them and in the building. With the
Hmm.
integration of technology and new production methods, as I'm saying, the segue,
Hmm.
um, how do you incorporate innovation into your music while preserving the soul and essence of traditional R&B?
Well, different things using click tracks and things like that just to keep tempo set.
Yeah,
I think something that, back in the day, if they had it, it could have kept things on track. It wouldn't have hurt the soul of the record. Um, there's some of them old records that like they start off real slow, and then by
yeah,
the time
yeah,
you get to the end of the song, that bit jumping like you like, damn,
yeah,
the song sped up a lot. But that's the art of you can feel the energy too. You know what I'm saying? Like you feel the
yeah.
energy. So that's things like that. In the studio, just being able to put different effects and stuff on music to
Can't get over
make
you
it.
move like that.
Hmm. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know how can't get
Yeah.
over you start that doom doom.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But then after a while, like after maybe 24 beat, then they go shoo, and you be like, you got to
Yeah.
catch it. So yeah, yeah, yeah. I know what you're
Yeah.
saying.
But yeah. Yeah. I also feel like technology has really damaged the entertainment industry,
Yeah,
like tremendously. Like,
yeah,
yeah, we love to have it. Yeah, everybody a producer now. Everybody an engineer now. Everybody a singer now. Everybody got a studio. Everybody, bruh. Like,
yeah.
I mean, even when it comes to streaming, and that's really an unfair thing too. But you can't please everybody. It's like for a new artist, um, back in the day, if I was a new artist and I wanted somebody to hear my stuff, they would have to buy my record, right?
Yeah,
And then I would get, if I was selling my CDs out my trunk or whatever, like you buying a whole CD just to hear the single and then everything else I drop. Now artists are dropping singles, and it's like, okay, you a new artist, they give it a listen to maybe once, maybe twice, but the streams don't equate to what I would have had if they had bought my CD. You
Yeah,
see what I'm
yeah,
saying? So
absolutely.
as
And
a
it's a
new
lot of
artist,
TikTok stars. Yeah,
yeah, so as an artist, it's like, bro, that one stream ain't, like, that's not even giving me a penny. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like,
yeah,
so
yeah,
if 1,000 people, heard my song and they streamed it once, yeah, I got 1,000 streams, but that ain't giving me 10 cent. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
Whereas if I was a new artist and I had this CD, or you had to download it on iTunes or whatever, and you know, I'm getting $1,000. That's a big difference.
yeah, yeah,
You know what I'm saying? If I sold my single for $1, that's $1,000. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
But so that's how technology has kind of like messed up, the opportunities that we used to have as artists. But it is easier to get your music out and to get your music heard and to be seen. So it's a give and take. But it's like, I never had the problem of just getting out there and get it. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah,
getting in
yeah,
front of people and doing a show, performing a song or two, and then they rocking with me and I'm selling my CDs. Like I went that same route. You know what I'm saying? When I first started off as a hip hop artist and a rapper and stuff, I was doing that. And I was making, what I'm saying, bread off of
yeah.
selling my CDs. You know what I'm saying? Go to what was the spot? Um, Best Buy, and buy the 100 CD joint
Absolutely, and burn them all
and be
down. That's
burning them
right,
all
and
day,
have them in the trunk.
packaging them up and putting
That's
my
right.
slips inside.
Yep, and
Man,
have them in the
shoot.
trunk. That's right.
The
Pop them out
good
the
old
trunk.
days. But
Yeah,
now it's like, all right, I could pay $20 and upload my album to DistroKid, and now everybody got an album out. They not even promoting it. They not even doing marketing. They ain't doing no shows. They just got it out there. You know what I'm saying? And it's
yeah,
like, bro, y'all missing a whole big chunk of the process. And what you're like, you're not even gonna make back the $20 that it took you to upload your song. And that's
yeah,
the crazy part. Like, people don't talk about marketing and promotion anymore, and it's like, man, it's just a waste. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and everybody thinks that they fire. So it also, because of technology, and social media, I think the stigma is that, um people there's no there's no more superstar effect anymore,
yeah.
because everybody feels like they're popular, and they're, they feel like,
Absolutely.
oh, I got followers, people listen to me, people like my photos and this and that, and people like my music, and I'm popping on the gram and TikTok. But it's like, so now that everybody feels like they're equal and they have the same access, nobody supports like they used to. You know what I'm saying? It used to be, there was only a couple rappers in your city, and they were the real talented ones, and that's
Yeah,
who everybody
yeah,
got behind. There was only a couple really really good singers out here that was gigging, and had bands and stuff like that, and had music out. But now it's everything is oversaturated. You know what I'm saying?
but
It's
I'm gonna tell you, no Poe. I'm gonna tell you where it began, right? And this gonna you gonna
hmm
think about what I'm saying, right? What happened first was black market.
hmm
When we started doing the underground burning of the CDs,
yeah.
right? So then those who were ahead of the music industry, you know,
Yeah.
they decided that okay, we can't, we not gonna make no side money like that, so they gonna snatch that side hustle. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That they gonna take the bootleg from us. That's where the streaming came in.
True.
And now they have not only our music, but they also have a right to our music because it's now on their site.
Yep.
You get what I'm saying? So every percentage that we get, they get a cut of. Period.
Yep.
You understand what I'm saying to you, right?
And it's
It went from
so many.
it went from us to bootleg it went from us to them to bootleg to back to them.
Listen, and I know if people knew what it was gonna turn into, they would have been like, "Nah, we cool on the stream,"
Yeah,
because I put it like this: if I'm an artist, if I'm Beyonce, and people bootlegging my stuff, that's fine, cause I'm still getting
I'm getting a
way more
percentage.
money.
That's right.
You know what I'm
That's right.
saying? And if I'm being honest, right? Bootlegging ain't no different than you playing my song behind your story on Instagram or Snapchat or something like that, because
Absolutely.
people are hearing the song. So it's technically free promotion as well, right? Somebody bootlegging, no, they didn't buy that copy, but I mean, if they playing it at a
Somebody
party,
gonna hear it still. That's
somebody's
right.
gonna still
That's
hear it,
right.
and they might not have access to the bootleg man that you had. You
Yeah.
feel what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
they're gonna go buy the song. So I just think that, I understand where that came from, but and then it's highway robbery because okay, we're looking at it from an individual standpoint, but from a bigger stance on it is if I got 100,000 people uploading music, right, and I'm the streaming site, and only all these people may have gotten maybe 1,000 or less streams, but we're talking about 100,000 people. So all those streams add up. Individually, you don't get paid, but on a on their end,
Yeah, they get
they're
paid.
active. They
Yeah,
getting paid
they
off of
getting
that.
paid.
You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? Because this is how much our site. So we getting advertisement dollars. We're getting this kind of money. We're
Yep.
getting that type of money. So as long as we keep the music, they gonna keep getting paid.
Yep. And the mechanism of YouTube is the same way.
Yeah,
You get what
yeah,
I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
and I watch so many people, like on one of the streams, there's a one of the other YouTubers that usually pop in named Hassan Tahi
yeah.
to me, I want you to do this and you do that. And I'm saying to him now, I'm just going on Wednesdays because that's my day.
Yeah,
Everything else is just music. It's just blends for me. You get what I'm saying?
yeah.
Because YouTube not gonna slave me like that and not pay me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm
That's
saying to
big
you, right?
facts. Yeah, that's big facts.
Like you're not slaving me every day to be on here every day. I go on Wednesday at 7 o'clock. Y'all can catch
Facts.
me on that day right there.
Facts.
And then
Facts.
organically I'll build up a following as it goes along. You get what I'm saying? Because it's not
Yeah.
just me that's recording. When I present you guys to YouTube, you guys are going through 6 different channels at one time,
Mm-hmm.
including the radio station.
Yeah. Facts.
And the radio station got way more people than me, so I would rather y'all be seen by the radio station and
Yeah.
heard on the radio station than just my channel. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. Big
So
facts.
that they're not gonna slave me like that for no for no
Yeah. That's
paper.
that's why I don't work a 9 to five.
Yeah. You
Like,
feel
nah,
me?
I'm cool. I'm cool.
Yeah, so you got the right idea by actually having a live band, because that thing is missing in this time and day, right? But what it does is it brings people out, and you have more energy with a
Hmm.
live band. You know what I'm saying? Like, um people can just play music, and like you said, you got all these people who can do all these different things, but they really don't be doing much.
Yeah. Like you got to think too, right? Because we're talking about technology, and
Yeah.
I was talking about this on my Facebook like not too long ago. You got to go back to before DJs,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Before like they wasn't changing out record. Like there was a band in every spot.
That's right.
If you wanted to go out and have a good time, you went to hear the band because the band was gonna sing more than one song a night. You know what I'm saying? The
Yeah.
band was gonna play. It was at the juke joint. It was at the Cotton Club. It was everywhere. You had to have a live band to have that energy and have. I'm
That's
saying
right.
so. But now now because of the DJ, it's like sometimes people take that DJ route, and I start. That's why I kind of started DJing. It's like one, I was put in a position where it was like, all right, I gotta create some more income, but it was like, man, I was getting contracts, and people would hit me up like for the band, and then they'd be like, oh well, that's a little too steep, and I'm giving them a discounted rate, and they're like, that's too
Yeah.
steep.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just go with a DJ and overpay a DJ. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But
Yeah.
it's like, damn, I kept getting cut out of certain contracts because I'm competing with technology at the end of the day. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Uh, will we put on a better display than a DJ? I mean, yeah, we got six people up here,
Yeah.
dancing, getting the crowd hype, singing your favorite songs, and doing it well. But people just, they go that other route, cost efficiency, you know what I'm saying? So I understand it, I get it, but that's what technology has gotten us to, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah. Well, me being a young DJ, I've been in the business for like a long, long time. And
Mm,
being a young DJ, for us, it was the bringing in of hip hop.
yeah,
You get what I'm saying? So that's where the strength in the DJ came along, was in the ushering in of disco and hip hop.
yeah,
You feel me? But even so, I myself as a DJ prefer a band.
mm-hmm,
Because I like to hear all them little, I'm a sound person,
yeah,
and I like to hear all the little acoustics and the way that if they hit it like that and if it sound like this, you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like
fact,
I want to hear all that. But that's the marvel of having a DJ on set, is
mm-hmm,
because we gonna hear all the stuff that they missed and everything that they didn't. You get what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like a lot of times people don't realize the dynamic of a band. And so to be able to be amongst the band is like the craziest thing ever. And I tell people that all the time. To be around the band is crazy as ever. Because that's where you learn your greatest techniques at, even as a DJ, even as a up and coming performer. And I ask everybody as performers, can you play with a band? You there,
Yeah, I'm here. Something happened with my connection. Hold on 1 second.
Okay, long as you still there. But yeah, I always tell everybody, can you play with a band? Even as even as a rapper, a singer, or anything, because you can't bring the producer onto the stage. So can you play with a band? You get what I'm saying? And I watch those things with a lot of people, when they get trapped off in the music industry. I make them practice with a band when I'm performing with them or I'm telling them what to do, because
Yeah,
I come from being artist development
yeah.
and executive A&R. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm always pushing that band sound behind them, because you can't take the producer to the stage.
Yeah, facts.
Only
Facts.
producer I seen that can go to the stage and really do it like that was Kanye. And
Mm-hmm.
he's a dynamic young man when it come to that.
Yeah, definitely.
You
Definitely.
get what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I always suggest that people learn how to play with a band behind it. Can you play with the sound of a band? Because it's gonna be a different set if you play with the band and the DJ.
Mm-hmm.
You get what
It's
I'm
a whole
saying?
nother feel. It brings a
Yeah, it's
whole
a
nother
whole
feel.
different
Like
set.
if I go to a concert and there's not a live band, I'm
Yeah,
kind of disappointed.
yeah,
Like I'm disappointed. It's like, bruh, like, man, it's supposed to you supposed to have all the bells and whistles out here. And you if you're a musician of any caliber, like you gotta have that live band element. You know what I'm saying? I never I never forget. I was in Toronto for my birthday a few years back, and I was walking down the road and we saw Ed Sheeran was live at the Blue Jay Stadium. I'm talking
yeah.
about like 35,000 people or something like that. So we like, yo, I'm about to get tickets. It's on my birthday. I get tickets. We go to this big, huge concert, man. It's a baseball stadium, so it's packed. Um, first artist went on, super dope. They had a band, and then Snow Patrol came out. They had a band, killing. And then Ed Sheeran comes out. He headlining, bro. And bro came out his guitar and a looper pedal.
Wow.
Now he killed it, right? It's Ed Sheeran, but I'm upset, like, bruh, like
Yeah,
you're the head, like
yeah,
how the opener come out with a band and you don't like you came out with a looper pedal, bruh. Like
yeah,
I want to hear some good, you know what I'm saying,
yeah.
entertainment, some live music, like some musicianship, and and it's just that's just what it is, man. Like nothing can beat the sound of a live band, especially when you're talking about taking a song and arranging it in a way, you know, even better than what it was when it was on the record.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So,
You
yeah.
know where I would love to see you guys perform at, and I'm gonna give you a little pull up, that Baltimore Jazz Fest.
Mm. I mean, I would love to.
Yeah, yeah.
I would
Apply,
love
because
to.
they always have the opening bands
Okay.
for the people. Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
They do it every year, man. It's the flyest thing ever.
oh, that's
And
good.
and 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 the best part about them, like you were saying, even when it comes to having a band over the sound system, right, is that
Mhm.
the band has a crisper sound coming out of that speaker than the sound man does.
Yeah.
Because something about the sound, man, I don't know why they do that. And I watch them at a lot of concerts where they turn the speakers in like this toward the stage. I'm like, the speaker's supposed to be out like this. What y'all doing? Me being a DJ, I know the way that the sound thump,
Mm-hmm.
in between, how that bass hit when it hit and it have that clashing
Mm-hmm.
sound. And so you could barely hear the MC when they got the speakers turned in like that. So I'm like, why ain't the speakers turned out and like that?
Yeah.
So that they echo off of out there and then come back in. That way you can hear clearer the
Mm-hmm.
microphone. You know what I'm saying, Po? Because you do this. So you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah. Yeah. Man, I don't know. Sometimes I don't know. It different. Every venue be different, and sometimes a lot of times when we do these live shows, they don't hire the proper sound man or the in-house sound man that know how things go. You know what I'm saying? I don't know because it's a lot of different variables when it comes to having a live band too, and that's another thing. Like when we get booked to do different shows, and we ask people, do they have live band sound, and they think it's just two speakers,
Yeah.
and no, it's
Yeah,
totally
you got to go
different
in
for
there
a
and
band.
rearrange that real quick.
You
Yeah.
got drums, you got drum mics, you got a pad, you got bass, you got keys, you got to have microphones, you got to have the monitors, you got to have the mixing board. The
That's the
mixing board
only
don't be,
reason why
it's
I
a
didn't
lot.
bring y'all into the studio. That's why I was
Man,
trying to tell y'all. Like, I almost got it ready, but I ain't quite ready yet, Paul, so that y'all can actually have a studio to
oh
be
yeah,
in. You get what I'm
yeah,
saying? That
yeah.
way
I got you.
I get everybody all at once.
Mm-hmm.
Like where I'm at is a small studio. So
Yeah,
it's not equipped enough for all of y'all.
got you, got
But
you.
I got another room that I'm designing right now where y'all can actually stand up if y'all want to, do something, or y'all can sit down and actually have a
Hmm.
whole interview like that,
Well, yeah, you let me know when it's ready.
Yeah, I'm getting there, bro. I was supposed to have Rico was actually supposed to be my first person in my small studio. And
Okay.
but what wind up happening is I wind up having like Salt Life from Savannah, Georgia come and grace the stage
Mm,
instead. Oh man, that was a funny, hilarious interview. We laughed from the time they walked in the door till the time they left.
that's funny.
Yeah, yeah, we had a blast. We got one more question, I think, or maybe two. Many R&B bands have left lasting legacies that inspire future generations. What steps do you take to ensure your music contributes to and influences the genre's legacies for years to come?
Man, we
How
got to
y'all
make
gonna
sure
how y'all gonna let them have
we got to make sure
it?
I went by I started a different model um as of this year, like the beginning of this year I started going about things differently. I started marketing my band as I would any other product, right?
Yeah.
And my motto is out of sight, out of mind. Um
No, y'all supposed to be the
we we
legendary.
we went, but at the beginning of the year, I told everybody, I said, there is a reason why McDonald's still runs commercials, right?
Yeah.
You know who McDonald's is, and
Yeah. You know what they sell. That's right.
everybody that ate McDonald's before, right? And you know when you see them golden arches, you know what it is, right? But there's a reason they still run commercials, right? Because after a while, when you see McDonald's, and then there's a Burger King, and then there's a Taco Bell, and then there's a Wendy's, and it's like, who do I choose, right?
Yeah.
That that seeing them commercials all day, every day on the radio, on TV, on social media,
Yeah.
psychologically you tune in like, you know what? I'm gonna go get them fries and that fish fillet and them nuggets or that
Yeah.
Big Mac.
Yeah.
That's what you're gonna go to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So my thing is, I had to be present. We gotta have social media presence. We
Yeah.
gotta have these pictures out here. We gotta have videos. We gotta have content. We gotta have our original music out here. We gotta do all these shows. And every time we do a show, I need to have a recap. And so we can have more content. And
Yeah.
that business model has worked like magic for us over all the years. I've been out here doing this for probably 15 plus years. And I mean, it's a learning curve in everything that I do, but I just realized like, bam, you gotta have that presence. You gotta be seen. You
Yeah.
gotta be posted every day. And once we did that, man, we were getting calls from people I had never met. We've been getting calls from, people that may have forgot about us, but they see us, they see the pictures,
Yeah.
they see the flyers, they see the other shows. We did shows that were under our budget at the beginning of the year just so that we could be, seen, just so that we could have a promotion for it.
Yeah.
And we basically like started from the bottom. You know what I'm saying? We started from the bottom all over again. Like, cause we've had, Fish and Grits, the backing band has been out here for years. Like, when I played for Pleasure P and we brought Genuine down and we
Yeah.
brought RL down and we did all these, other joints. We was behind Jabari Clay at one time and Olivia Kelly, and I played with everybody in the city in and out, right? So
Yeah.
um when I decided to put lead singers at the front of the band, also was a change too that kind of gave me uh a sense of consistency that I was
Yeah.
missing. You
Yeah.
know, you have to have consistency. A lot of times bands, especially in this area, like it'll be just the musicians and then they just use different singers every time, and it's like you know what I'm saying, you never get that
Mhm.
consistency.
Mhm.
It's kind of like if I went to school every day and I had a different teacher, like my learning wouldn't be as great as if I was able to tap in, you know what I'm saying, with that one person that had a way to do things and went about it a certain way and everything like that. So that consistency definitely helped. The being, in the public eye every day, being on top of the social media, being on top of just promotions and marketing, that changed everything. So I say all that to say that's what we, leave behind, because once we're too old or whatever to perform and stuff, we still got our videos out here. You can still
Yeah.
see clips. You can still see the business model of how we did it and how we got on and how we changed things and how we, worked and practiced and rehearsed to do different meshes and do
Yeah.
different,
Yeah.
things like that, medleys and all that. So
You know
yeah.
who work like that too? Cool in the Gang.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Cool in the Gang work like
I
that
love
too.
Cool in the Game.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
love Cool
they
in the Game.
yeah. And even when they had to switch out as they got older and they brought in the new crew rocked just like the old crew.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So, y'all rocking that right. You rocking that right, Bo. For
Yeah.
real. Because,
Appreciate it.
yeah, because I keep telling y'all every time I wanna show up the one show y'all be over here somewhere, and then y'all be way over
Listen,
here somewhere, and then y'all be
December
down
20,
that way. I'm like,
December
damn, where they at?
28th, December 28th, we are at Jazz Tastings. That's the last Saturday of the year. We are at Jazz Tastings. That's where we do our full show. That's our residency. We do every first Saturday at Jazz Tastings, but in December, they gave us the last Saturday to close out the year, and doing that show on the 28th, and then we'll be back in there January 4th, I believe. That's the first Saturday of 2025. So we
Okay,
go back to first Saturdays. Yeah.
and that's in Orlando.
Yep, right there in Maitland. Jazz Stations right there in Maitland.
Tell the people where they can find your shows at right now, Poe, as we
Man,
start this.
go follow us on IG, Fish, the letter N, Grits with the S, band underscore Orlando. Fish and Grits band underscore Orlando. That's on IG, that's on Facebook, that's on TikTok. It's the same thing on all platforms.
Yeah.
And
All
then
right.
follow me as well, PoBeezy, POBEEZY, just like you see right there. On all platforms. Same thing on all platforms. All my artists, please make your name uniform on all platforms. That's the biggest thing. It can't be Po Beezy one here and then Po Beezy 38 over here and then Po Beezy the man over here. It got to be uniform. All platforms have the same thing, so it's easy for people to reach you.
Yeah, that's all. Okay, so like our questions are over. Usually this is around the time that we just go ahead and kick it.
Yeah,
Um, you guys, as I watch you grow and move along, and I'm speaking from A&R side,
yeah.
because y'all really don't need artist development conversation. You get what I'm saying? Because
Hmm.
you guys are already set. Like, um, when I had the interview with Pretty Rico Bands, me
Hmm.
and him were laughing about, I said to him, one of the first producers who actually recognized my ability and skills was Don
Hmm.
over at what is that, 387 studio over there in Kissimmee. And he told me that was his management at one time.
Mm. Okay.
And so we got a good kick out of that. Tell me, um, as far as anybody wanting to get into this type of business of being in a band, or anybody who has the skills, because there's a lot of people that jump in on this stream, and they're from all over the place. They call in from Ireland, or they comment in from all type of different places, and they send me all kind of clips of music and stuff. Tell me, what would be your advice for them as far as setting up a band situation where they are, or even
The most important thing, well, I ain't gonna say the most important thing. There's a lot of important elements to it, right? But first is getting your team together and knowing what you're gonna do. You gotta have an identity. Like, even though we play all different genres of music, we still have our core identity and we know who we are. And I put together basically like an Avengers team because it's like somebody, everybody got their own superpower. You
yes,
know what I'm saying?
yes,
Like
absolutely,
everybody has what they bring to the table, right?
yeah,
So, you know, and that's just what it is. Like you got to know what you want to do. You got to know who you're going to do it for too. You got to know your audience.
Yeah.
And just be willing to do it, because you know this is something that I would do for free and have done for free and have done, plenty of stuff and shows and all that stuff. This is my career. So it's like, if you're just hopping in it for the money,
Yeah.
you might as well, you know what I'm saying, do
Yeah.
something else.
Yeah.
Like, the money gonna come, but after you've put in the work and after you know what I'm saying, like, you can really show, like, this is a passion and you putting in, like, this is a good time for you. So it's not gonna really be a deciding factor, because you know honestly speaking, that's one of the things that we don't talk about too, is like the financial side of it. Like, most of these people, it's a hobby, or something like that, but for somebody that is career is different.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? So it's like,
Absolutely.
for me, it's a career. Like, a lot of people have their jobs and then they just go sing, on the weekends or whenever. They not looking at it maybe from the same standpoint as a person that, if I don't do this gig, I don't get paid. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
Or if
Yeah.
this gig get canceled, I don't get paid. Or if y'all mess up on this gig and they don't book us no more, I don't get paid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's you gotta have your team, and people have to be understanding of where everybody is. Um, you, as the person that does it full time, you have to also understand that some of these people have different financial situations as well, so they have to work, you know what I'm saying, and be
Yeah.
able to gig as well. So, like, it's not just the music, it's like a lot of other things that go into it. So having your core team and everybody having clear communication, and everybody just coming together to accomplish the goal. That's the biggest thing, really. And being around good energy. Like, everybody that I'm around, like, it's people I can kick it with and chop it up with. Because the camaraderie is probably one of the biggest things. I'm going to say that. The camaraderie of the band. Like, I don't want to be around people that I'm arguing with or I don't agree with, or, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So it's
Yeah.
like, that's where it's at now. And then just making sure you at the top of your craft, and that you're the best version of you on whatever instrument you're on, or at whatever song you're gonna sing. Like, make sure that you're the best version of you that you can be when you're doing that. Because if
Yeah.
not, it's one band, one sound. Like, if I ain't got my stuff together on my instrument, you gonna hear that. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
just make sure that practice is there too.
And I don't know if you noticed about me, but I'm a special events coordinator,
Mm-hmm.
and I create like all these different type of shows. It could be auditorium or a parade. Like the last thing I did was the African American Day parade, and I ran it for like 7 years. And me being a person that hire bands,
Mm-hmm.
like, cause I'm a person that hire a band to perform, and
Yeah.
I never forget we had the slamming band, Terry Billups and the crew, um, and the thing I always tell artists is trust the person that hired you.
Yeah.
You know, like, because there may be things that go wrong at the last minute, but as me as an events coordinator, I'm gonna always make sure that you guys get straight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and a lot of times it could get frustrating because it looked like things are out of whack at first. You know,
Mhm.
I never forget we had them over there, and I don't know if you know Terry Billups. Terry Billups is one of the musicians from R. Kelly's band, and then I had Will from Case, and I had, they were a
Mhm.
compilation of all these different artists from different people's bands. Like the drummer was from Mary J. Blige's band, and
Mhm.
you know, and so at the end of that, we didn't get a chance because we were running so quickly trying to get the show done that we didn't get a chance to cash the checks.
Mhm.
You get what I'm saying? And so we
Yeah.
trying to at the end of the night make sure that they get some money to get back with, and out of nowhere, Will's car breaks down. So
Mhm.
the van that they brought the equipment in was able to make it back, but the car that they rode in couldn't make it back, right?
Mhm.
So uh I had another person on my team, my partner's husband was a mechanic. You get what I'm saying? So to subsidize everything that we couldn't give them that night, we made sure that their car was able and ready within the next 2 days. Give us a chance to cash these checks and come back and get your car, and
Yeah.
that'll be fixed too. You get what I'm saying? Like, so it has to be a sort of partnership between the event person and the band. You get what
Mhm.
I'm saying? Like a lot of times people, when they do business, they don't do business in partnerships.
Yeah.
But if you're doing business with me, it's gonna always be a partnership because I'm gonna always make sure from my end that you're straight.
Yeah.
Here, that the car wasn't our responsibility, but we're gonna make sure you make it back though.
Mhm.
You get what I'm saying? We're gonna make sure that you taken care of so that you make it back safely the same way that you got there.
Yeah.
So, I try to tell people, you from the coordination side to make sure when you're coordinating with a event manager or event specialist that you can trust them always to do the right thing by you.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean that's what contracts are for. You know what I'm saying? Like we
Yeah.
ain't even got to worry about that.
Well, we do the
So
contract and we
so
do the rider, but
yeah.
it
So
still have to
yeah.
be some sort of
We
partnership
we
in
gotta.
between.
We should have a good standing relationship
That's right.
so that beyond the contracts and everything, like we looking out for each other, right?
That's
You know
right.
what I'm
That's
saying?
right.
That's like if you as a promoter, whatever, and then like a lot of times, like I'm at Jazz Tastings and contract that we done at 11:30, but like if I say, all right, listen, it's still packed in here. These people still want some music and
That's
they
right.
still drinking. Let's give them an extra 20, 30 minutes
Yeah,
so
let's
that
give them three
the
more
club
songs.
owners, you
That's
know what I'm
right.
saying? The club owner can get his, still get some money, and that'll make him way more happier, and everybody wins. That now it becomes a longevity situation. You know what I'm saying?
And not
So
only that, but you get your tips in between.
exactly. So at the end of the day, that's what it's about, man. Everybody got to win. A lot of times,
Yeah.
people out here for self, and I
Yeah.
mean, hey, bro, I get it in a sense. You worried about whatever you got going on, and it is what it is. It's a lot of selfish people, especially in the entertainment industry. I try to work with everybody. I try not to burn any bridges because you never know who, you know what I'm saying, is that next
Yeah.
person. It only takes one
Yeah.
event, one song, one anything to really pop in entertainment. You know what I'm saying? So,
Man, bro,
um,
at the end of that show, they were so happy because it would have cost them $1,000 to get that car fixed, and it was only 1,500 for the show.
yeah,
You
facts,
get what I'm saying? So
facts.
they was like so happy that we had a mechanic on site.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? Like the mechanic was a part of the team. So it was like, oh man, like thank they were more happy with us. And I was happy that they gave me a couple days of cash to check, because I was running so hard trying to set up everything that
Yeah,
I didn't get a chance to cash the checks. You get what I'm saying? And
yeah,
I was telling them I signed him over and y'all could cash him or y'all could wait a day or two. If you trust me, wait a day or two and I'll cash him and give you the money. And then their car broke down. So what they
yeah,
were going through would have been they would have just spent that little bit of money and never had made any money really out that deal. You get
yeah.
what I'm
That was a
saying?
blessing in disguise.
Yeah, yeah. So,
Yeah,
that's what I always tell people about having that kind of camaraderie with people that you're doing business with. Make sure that you know a little bit about the person that's dealing with you because if they are trustworthy enough, you're going to always make more than what you're supposed to make with that person.
yeah. I commend y'all though, because a lot of people would have just been like, "Hey, man, my bad. I
That's
don't
on
know what
you.
to tell you." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, nah, nah.
A lot of people would have did that. I've been in band situations where my car had messed up, and I had been giving these fools rides for years to the gig. I'm talking about all of us and all of our equipment in my little car. As soon as my little car break down, y'all ride right past it. Man,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
what?
nah.
Like really? I've
Nah, I don't
been
get
in those
down like
type of
that.
situations. I've been there. So, you know, but I always say, man, God keeps blessing people that bless others. And those people that don't reach out, don't help, they find themselves, out of a position. You know what I'm saying? And that's just
Yeah,
how that goes.
yeah,
But
no,
yeah, man.
Paul. We don't do I don't do any of that stuff. You know what I mean? Because my dad always taught us that your word is your bond.
Yeah.
Like your
Yeah.
word mean more than any currency that you could spend. So
Hmm.
if your word fall void, then that says a lot about you.
Yeah,
These
definitely.
people coming from Connecticut, we in New York. Ain't no way I'm gonna leave them stranded.
Big facts. Big facts. But
You,
yeah.
you see what I'm saying?
Oh yeah,
So
got you.
when it comes to like bands and stuff, that's why I said to you guys, look into that Baltimore Jazz Fest because they always have two different stages.
Okay.
There's a main stage and there's a jazz stage, and they always have these two different stages going on. And oh my God, I believe that you guys could rock the house. You know,
Well, if you know who I need to talk to connect, just let me
I'll
know.
definitely I'll definitely
Oh
look
yeah.
it up and get it to you. You
Okay.
feel me?
Well, I got a couple more minutes here.
Yeah, we
Gotta
almost
slide.
done anyway because our hour is going by as fast as it can be. But tell them the name of the members in the group.
Okay. So our lead male vocalist, Pretty Rico Benz, aka
Yeah.
Stephon Washington. Our alto
Singing
is
so.
Queen. Yeah, is Queen McCoy. Our soprano is Noelle Rodriguez, powerhouse. Then I have Willie Green on keys. And he runs sound a lot of times for our smaller events. And then my boy Steph on bass. He the youngest in the crew. That boy can play that bass though. That boy is a
Yeah.
monster on bass. and then I hold it down on drums unless I have like one of my other, drummers play or whatever. I've been transitioning more towards behind the scenes. So I've been having my boy Rashad or my boy Sticks or Akeem. They've been subbing for me on drums. So they'll play drums or whatever, and then every so often when we had a budget, we'll bring in a guitar player and stuff like that. But the core brand is those six right there.
Okay, now I don't know
Hmm.
if you've seen the last thing, but we had Fly Ty from Murder Unit out there in Brooklyn, and he has kind of the same background as me. His dad was over a couple bands there, brass construction and stuff like that. But my biological father is Phil Brown from the Untouchables.
Oh, okay.
You get what I'm saying? So like when I was selling them, I had them laughing because I was selling them, something about the drums. You tend to fall right out the sack like that with the beat right on you. You you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
Facts.
They can't understand that about me, a woman,
Hmm.
with that beat on me like that. But um, as I was telling Pretty Rico Bands, the first time I had went to the studio with Don, it seemed like Don was the only one could hear what I was saying because the dude that was in the studio trying to impress me so hard, not knowing that I've been in this thing all my life.
Yeah.
Just about. You get what I'm saying? He
Yeah.
jumped out the thing with his chest all poked out. With what you think? And Don is over there on the he's doing uh um his little mixing and stuff and so I'm laughing under my breath, because he don't know that I'm like a master mixer. You get what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
that's what I
Facts.
do. You get what I'm
Facts.
saying? So he thought, what you think? Like we was talking about them automatic artists. You know
Hmm.
what I'm saying? Them pop tart artists and them the microwave artists and stuff that jump out there. You know what I'm talking about. I ain't even
Yeah.
gotta go into a poll, but
Facts.
so I just stopped automatically and said to him, well, what I think is, I think that is way too long. You need to take 12 to 24 off the front of that bitch on the intro. You need to,
Hmm.
you, like I just went to breaking it down so quick, and Don was the only one that Don just looked up and smiled. Like,
Facts.
you
You
know
got to
how
be
you know
real.
somebody, yeah, that know they shit. And Don just looked up at me and smiled, and he started breaking it down on there, and you and by the time that it was finished, he was stunned.
Yeah.
Like when I told Don to play that back. Now play that back.
Hmm.
You get what I'm
It's
saying?
different. It's different when you got the ear for it.
Yeah. Like cut that out with all that flexing and all that whackness. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because when you're dealing with the real deal gonna recognize the real deal.
Yep. Definitely.
You feel me?
Oh
And
yeah.
like stop all that styling and shit. Even I run a blend page right now, and it's and I swear every couple days, Poe, he come on there with that, and the blend still be whack as fuck by the time he throw it on.
You ain't never lied.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, why you do all
Hmm.
that styling and the blend still be whack? Like y'all, like that don't make the blend. That don't make the DJ.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm a blender at heart. Like I'm like, bro, I love just transitioning seamlessly from
That's
this
right.
song to the next. Like I'm gonna take the drums from this joint and throw them under this joint. And I'm gonna take that kick out on over there, and I'm gonna blend that joint over. You don't even know the song done changed.
Yo, bro, I'm trying to tell you, go in my videos on there one day and just listen. You're gonna be like, oh shoot. Like I
Hmm.
try to tell people all the time, you don't need to do all that. If you
Nah.
know the music, you
Yeah.
know how it break down. You know it's gonna break down 8, 16, 24.
Yep.
You're gonna know where it break down that all the way through that. And it's only
Yep.
certain things that break down 3, 6, and 12.
Yep.
You feel me? And you got
Yep.
to know how to catch it. You got to know how to stop that, hold it, and then catch it back without it
Hmm.
with it being flawless. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And a
Yeah.
lot of times they don't understand that, and they jump out here and can't figure out like why I'm not making it. And I'm trying to tell them because you styling.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Got
Like
you.
stop all that styling, man, and just do the damn thing. Like it's way easier to just go ahead and do the damn thing than doing all that. Y'all trying to be not heard.
Yeah.
You,
Facts.
you know what I'm
Facts.
saying? That's why I said to you. That's what made me hit y'all, even with Pretty Rico bands. I like with this singing dude right here. This dude is a singing dude.
Hmm.
And not only can he sing, but he can also perform as he sings.
Yeah, he different. He ain't just like old regular degular. Like he's gonna perform.
Yeah,
He a performer. Like he gonna give you the real raw energy. Like he gonna make you move, make you dance. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? And that's bruh, it's you don't got that in the city at all. You don't got that a lot of places. You don't got that in the country a lot. You know what I'm saying? It's very a very 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 small percentage of cats that's actually bringing that entertainment. Like you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
On some Chris Brown, Usher, Michael Jackson type ish. You know what I'm saying? Where
yeah.
we dancing the whole show and we singing live. You know, so.
Yeah, it's the one thing that's what made me want to interview you guys is because of that. Because you
Hmm.
guys literally have a outstanding band. That's why I said the legendary, the premier. You get what I'm
Appreciate you.
saying? Because it's hard to find that sort of dynamic when you're looking at people and they're not out like old school.
Yeah,
Because what y'all
yeah,
give is old school performance.
yeah, and that rubbed off because now the girls, they got their choreography going too now. So like
Yeah,
everybody got, like I said, everybody got their superpower that they bring. And then when it's time to do the ballads, like Noelle and Queen gonna hold them ballads down. They gonna sing the roof off that bit. Rico gonna hit his ballads. He gonna sing. We gonna dance. We gonna have the crowd singing. We gonna have the
yeah,
crowd dancing. And the music is gonna be on point. We gonna have them transitions down and the hits down and the breaks down. And when you rehearse, you can do that though. you
yeah.
know what I'm saying? When you rehearse, you can do that. So
I got another before I let you go, Paul. I got another old singing ass dude coming on, Darnell Alexander.
okay, where's he from?
He's up in Houston, I believe. He's one of those. He's a a viral hit sensation.
Okay.
And when I tell you he's a singing somebody,
Okay.
know.
I'm gonna
But I
I'm gonna make sure I
also,
tune in.
yeah, I also had Paris Smith from Blackstreet and Lebert too, and as yet here, he was my first interview,
Okay.
and I was
Oh.
trying to put you guys together and Pretty Rico with, to holla at Paris because he's also a hell of a producer.
Okay.
So you
Yeah.
guys might want to, I'll link y'all up on the IG. You can
Okay.
see
Dope.
you, yeah, because he's like, you'll be like, oh man, like this dude, he's just singing somebody. You feel me?
Yeah.
And
Well,
and
yeah.
so
Line it up, and then whenever we get the next date for the whole band, I'll make sure we got it together, and it's not no, you know, date conflicts or anything like that. I know Rico, he's about to be on the boat and in a couple days, so he'll be back um after the new year or whatever. So let's line it up.
yeah, yeah, absolutely. And I thank you so much for coming through, Poe.
Oh
I
yeah,
appreciate
appreciate
you.
you.
Yeah,
Appreciate
man,
you.
and once again, I'm sorry I didn't make the talent show thing, but I'm gonna catch you. I'm
Oh
gonna
yeah,
catch you. I'm gonna catch you in between time and in the meantime. Okay.
indeed. You have a good one.
All right. I appreciate you.
All right.
Oh man, that's all right. See y'all, the band couldn't make the Poe BEEZY show back. That was an interview that we did earlier today, and I don't know why it's jumping and doing all that other stuff because it was a great interview all the way through. I had a ball with Poe, and like he said, we're gonna bring the band back after the holidays. I wanted to do something before the holidays because I'm thinking on Christmas I may have like a Christ special with a Christian DJ, and we have some things lined up. We have Daniel Alexander, we got Hollywood Black coming in, we got Hollywood Black, we got Daniel Alexander, uh possibly I can, DJ Odyssey will come in and do something. We have DJ somebody else, y'all. I'm getting old. I keep telling y'all I'm getting older. But I hope you enjoyed what you could check out on that interview, because I noticed that it skipped a lot throughout it. But I was hoping that you guys can gather up a little bit of what Poe BEEZY was doing and at least get an idea of the Fish and Grits band, which is here located in Orlando, Florida. And you can look up Fish and Grits underscore Orlando. And if you get a chance, go and check them out everywhere, all over the place. I am your host, Tosh B. You know how I do. Y'all know how I
Fresh out of the freezer. Fresh, guess I was freezed up. Fresh out of the deeper freezer, cause I'm deeper than any voice on speakers. I can't hear y'all haters, you gotta speak up. I don't need to slow down, I need to speed up. Anonymous activity, Bobby B stuff. Jealousy's a scheme.